Okay, so a few years back, maybe around 2015, maybe a little bit before 2015, to be honest with you. Writing songs, you write so many songs and you write so much stuff. You know, I came up with writer's block. Like I couldn't really get the songs developed the way I wanted to when things weren't really there. I was bored with a lot of stuff too, because you could only do but so much before everything just starts to feel cloudy. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful for being a part of the music industry. I'm grateful for being a part of like this life period, just being able to live. And like I said, I got a lot of great stories. When I was writing and my brain would just be like hitting them bang, 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 that's because I was really outside. I'm with my peoples. I'm out. We just grinding all the time and we grinding hard. The grind never came to a halt. The grind changed, right? So when I first started selling records, uh, having your own vinyl meant the world. It was like everything. So we would cut these demos and then you would try to get these I want to say houses. It may not seem like the correct term for you, but it would be these places where you would go and they would give you these deals, right? So they would give you deals. They would print up a vinyl for you. It's a single. They get it played on the radio. It was a real thing. It was distribution, but it was distribution for you as somebody that's coming up. So when you're chasing these deals, at the time it was super real because you had to really like be out there, brick and mortar. Like you had to be like building a brand. Like it had to be real, not like how today you can fabricate stuff and it may be authentic, but more than likely it's not, right? So anyway, I would get ideas just from, we'd be out there shooting a breeze, talking, whatever the case may be. We in the streets, we, hustling, we out there, we in the world. So you get these ideas, your brain is just flooded. You could just write all the time. Like you could do everything that you want. And it's popping, right? It's in your mind. Songs come to life. Boom. You hear the beat, hook come, pow. Verses come, pow. Everything hits and it hits and it hits and it hits. And you're doing your thing. So when I first got a car, my own car, because before that, my people, whenever we needed to get to a gig, somebody had a car. I didn't need a car. I live in New York, so I really didn't need a car too tough. But when I first got my own car, it was like, oh man, the car needs to make money. I don't want nothing. That was my mindset for everything. Like it just needs to make money. Everything needs to make money. Like I didn't want it around me if it didn't make money. So even the car was like, nah, this car gotta make money. So in New York, you could do so much to make money. Like, it's beautiful because, and I'm gonna do a video about this too. Things that you could do, like if you have, like, if you have a record, and I'm not talking about like an album. I'm talking about like an arrest record. Because what happens is a lot of people forget that you still could live life, right? Life does feel like it comes to a screeching halt, but that's gonna be another video. But I'm just gonna plug that right now, right? So anyway, you would get ideas from being out and about, being on a train, being here, being there, boom. Once I got my own car, like I'm now not on the train as much, and I'm not really, so it's you're limited anyway. You go from one place to the next, and everything else you're with everybody. So you're in their car, you're just doing everything else. But when I came up with writer's block, I was like, yo, I need to be around people. And like I said, everything around me just needed to make money. I didn't want anything around me, including the vehicle. So started driving for Uber, started driving for Lyft. I can tell you right now, the stories that come from that front seat, incredible. And I'm gonna give y'all some stories, I promise. There was some executives that would get in, and some of this stuff ain't people's fault, because I tell you right now, that lie that they had, the apps had, especially in the beginning, oh, we pay the drivers so well that you don't have to tip them. Get out of here with that. First of all, you should be wanting to tip somebody that saved you. You know, you kept you safe. Let's keep that in mind. They kept you safe, got you from point A to point B safely. So these are things that, yeah, it's just part of gratuity. This is like, you know, your waiter comes, he didn't spit in your food, give him a tip. Good for you. You know what I mean? It works out like that. You should be happy. You know what I mean? You know, it's real. And you have a person that's sober, that you may be drunk. You know, fortunately, I don't have any stories that somebody actually got sick in my car and threw up in my car. Except for kids, 2-year-olds, 5-year-olds, stuff like that. But I've witnessed people do that to other people's cars. I've seen that happen with my own 2 eyes. Also, I do have stories where people threw up on the car, which and it's not that bad when you think of it like that, because you know, you could wash your car and it'd be nothing. So you can wash your car, but if somebody throws up in your car, most of those cars are cloth seats. They have cloth seats. They're not the leather seats. And those are still hard to clean too, but imagine that. And if you've never had that happen to you, you're fortunate. But you got to think of it like this. The person who has had that happen to them, hazmat has to come and clean that car. It's a different thing. And you have to get a detail, and more than likely, it doesn't come out. So you're driving around with a sick car. And think about that. When people was catching COVID, right? People was getting sick, they be in your car. And listen, I'm gonna give it to you like this. 9 times out of 10, the people who are sick and they come to your car, they know that they're sick. They're leaving the doctor's office, but they call an Uber. Or they're going to the doctor's office and they don't feel good and they get in your car. Some people don't have anybody, so you can't really knock that either. But at the same time, if you do have somebody, don't get into an Uber. So I'm saying all of this because the stories that I'm gonna give you, super dope. It might save a few relationships. It might break up a few relationships. You never know. But I'll tell you like this. I'm going to give you some super dope stories. There's a lot of people who, you know, even when all that got cleared up with the tips, still, they refuse to tip. They refuse. And I'm not saying that you have to. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just going to go with, you know, people running around here. And I'm not talking to like the average person. You work at, you know, Chuck E. Cheese. I ain't talking about you. There was executives that would get inside of your car. Oh my God. The attitude that came from executives or entertainers was hilarious. And not only did they have the nerve to have an attitude, but they wouldn't tip on top of that. So since you didn't tip my lips, bloop, 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 bloop. What I'm gonna do is, yes, I'm gonna tell everybody. I got great stories, and I'm gonna leave, this right here is not the story moment. I'm gonna leave you just dangling right now. You have to be on my website. Click that link that's there. Maybe the link is down here, over there. I don't know. Click the link. You got to come to the website and you got to hear these stories. I'm not putting them on social media. You're not going to get them on social media. I'm not going to do that. You're only going to be able to get them from my website. If you think I don't got stories about your favorite, you're wrong. I did over thousands of trips. Trust me when I tell you. Thousands. I've driven so many people, it's just funny. I'm going to tell you this. Look, do what you got to do. Can you make money doing that? Of course you can. Matter of fact, I'll even leave a link for that. You want to start? And then if it do start, yeah, I'm gonna get money from it. So click that link. You know, do the business, do what you gotta do. But I'm telling you, I got some fantastic stories. Not only about just that, but life period. I'm gonna share some stuff with you. Independent artist, the guy here. I got some stuff for you that you're gonna love. New music, everything. This how we do. Let's get it.